Break of Dawn for Champions. On 32 FM, 94.9.
It is a beautiful Wednesday morning. Today is the 8th day in the month of April, year 2026. Welcome to Break It On Paper Review on a 32 FM 94.9. We are going to make sense of the stories making rounds on our national dailies, and it will be no different. We check out the front pages of our national dailies, thereafter move on to the conversation segment, and at some point open the studio lines for you to be a part of the show. But early enough, you can be a part of the show by heading on to our Facebook page. It is 32 FM 949 Fenye. 32 FM 949 Fenye. We're live on the platform, and you can also get to listen to us in case you are outside Ibadan or you're not close to your terrestrial radio and you can't even watch on Facebook. You just want to listen. You can listen to us on Radio Garden, or you listen to us via Tuned In. All of that, you can get to listen to us virtually. Welcome to the show. My name is ADEOLA IBRAHIM Fatoki. It is good to be back in there, and without further ado, we go straight into our national dailies. I'd like to kickstart with the Vanguard newspaper. And on the Vanguard this morning, the People's Democratic Party, the demand probe over alleged fraud, land, cash gift given to INEC officials. Ex-Kano State Governor dumps the All Progressives Congress. And also ADC, crisis deepens as third faction emerges. Another one says death toll in Plateau attack. It's 33 as protest halt burial. Still on the Vanguard, the business scene, Naira appreciate to 1,396 Naira per dollar in parallel market. Also on the Vanguard, Pakistan makes a last-minute bid to avert Donald Trump threat to destroy Iran. Governor Yusuf vows to address water scarcity in Kano State. Also, Cross River cracks down on unsafe meat processing with tire roasting ban. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, we have INEC will not stop us. We'll contest 2027 election on our platform, coming from African Democratic Congress. Buhari's son declares interest in House of Representatives seat. Aisha Yesufu vows to oppose Peter Obi if he exceed one-term promise. 2027, the All Progressive Congress, the African Democratic Congress, the move Nigeria's political war to Washington. And the final one I see here, the People's Democratic Party crisis, Benga Asim weighs exit option from the party. All of that on the Vanguard newspaper. Don't forget we're live on Facebook, 32 FM 949 Fame here. Now let's move on to the Punch newspaper. On the Punch this morning, the African Democratic Congress woes a Watson State Chairman block unveil caretaker committee. And also 17-year-old boy dies after stick attack at Yobe wedding. Quite unfortunate. Nigeria formalizes UK, France, United Nations envoys posting after agreement. Dangote Refinery raises petrol price to 1,275 naira per litre. Diesel is now 1,950 naira per litre. And NPC doubles Dangote cruise supply to 10 cargoes. Also, 5 terrorists jailed. Federal government expedite 500 suspect trials. Doctors end strike. Hospitals reopen. President Bola Tinubu's visit Lagos announces partial road closures. Still on the Punch newspaper, Oil shock. World Bank predicts 3.1 to inflation rise in Nigeria. And also NCC orders the telecommunications to compensate subscribers. That's that about that on the stories on the Punch. Let's check out the cables. Do not forget, it is Break on Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. You can head on to our Facebook page, 32 FM 949. Yeah. Drop a comment. Let's know what you think about the stories, make it rounds, and be rest assured that we'll take those comments during the course of the show. Let's check out the cables. On the cables this morning, Iran agrees to reopen Strait of Hormuz if attacks are altered. And also, we have NNPC launches new crude grade, export 950,000 barrels to Netherlands. Cuts jails for Boko Haram suppliers as federal government begins trial of 500 terrorism suspect. Ex-obedient movement member alleges Peter Obi admitting losing the 2023 general elections. Party Tommy says Nigeria in free fall if NBA fails to compel Amokpita's resignation. ADC crisis deepens as state chairman reject David Mark Nafiu Bala factions announce interim leadership. Kwakwentu says Nafiu Bala failed to honor my invitation is action detrimental to Nigeria's democracy. And also deliberate falsehood. Army reject ex-soldiers' claim of poor welfare and low pay. And this one on the cables. I did not say I will kill him. Wike addresses outrage over threat to shoot Sheung or Kimbaloye. And that's that about that on the stories or in the cables. Let's check out what we have on the Daily Post. On the Daily Post, Dangote refinery increases fuel price assures of seamless supply nationwide. ADC alleges political targeting of verify opposition figures in Kaduna State. And still on the Daily Post, Governor Abdulrazak visit injured soldiers, warn against disclosure of troops movement. Northern governors mourn Kebbi Assembly Speaker 0. And also over 6,000 apply for Delta 700 health sector jobs. Still on the Daily Post, alarm court of sinking government. Atiku's aid eats President Bola Tinubu over 3.3 trillion electricity fund. Also money, ethnicity, drive leadership recruitment in Nigeria coming from Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo. Malami mourns Kebbi Assembly Speaker Mohammed Usman Ankai. And also Unijust Nigerian Army dismisses viral report of campus arrest. And the final one on Daily Post, National Police Day, IGP Disu reaffirms commitment to professionalism and security. On The Guardian, before we go on a break, Middle East crisis exposes costly weakness in Nigeria's cloud economy. And also about ADC crisis, it deepens as new faction usurp party leadership backs INEC. Troops dismantle criminals hideout in Plateau, kill terrorist, nap, kidnapper. And also on the Guardian newspaper, we have this one about group stakeholders urging support for Tinubu to complete his reform agenda. Iba Gani Adams describes Alaafin Oyo as a rallying point for Yoruba people. National Police Day, President Bola Tinubu underscores intelligence gathering as IGP salute fallen heroes. All of that are the stories that we see this morning on the front pages of our national dailies. We'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we go straight into the analysis of the stories. A lot of questions are begging for answering, and trust our in-house analysts to do justice to that. Stick around. It is Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. The host is ADEOLA Ibrahim Fataki. Stick around. I'll be back shortly.
32 FM.
94.9.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial star 8011 star 1 hash for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Now this smart cash way, they know they chat shishi. No be cha-cha-cha, now ADEOLA smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash, oh yeah, clock it. No be cha-cha-cha, I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cha-cha-cha.
Every transfer smooth, no extra bidding. Oh shit.
No be cha-cha-cha.
Smart cash steady way, evidence day. Oh shit.
No be cha-cha-cha.
No be cha-cha-cha.
No be cha-cha-cha.
No be cha-cha-cha.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Láti ọdún 1960 ni a ti ń kọ́lé. Tayọ àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́, a kọ́ àwùjọ, iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ àti ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè. Tayọ àwọn ilé ìwòsàn, a kọ́ àwọn agbègbè tó ní àlàáfíà tó sì dá múṣẹ́múṣẹ́. Tayọ àwọn ibùdó ìdárayá, a kọ́ ìnífẹ̀ẹ́sí àti ìmúlòkùnkúndùn orílẹ̀-èdè. Pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti yín, a ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ìpìlẹ̀ àná àti òní. Pẹ̀lú àgbájọ ọwọ́, ó dájú pé a ó ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ohun tó kàn. Lafarge, ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Washington, àtayọ ilé kíkọ́ nìkan.
TNM Media Academy pọ́dún méje o. Tàdá sílẹ̀ tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó gbà mọ́ ń bẹ̀ tí ń ṣe dáadáa. Nínú ayé pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ lórí ìjàsà ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ 777 is the number. TNM tọ́tẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ yòókù yọ. Ọdún keje rèé tólúwa ti ṣínà ayọ̀ lórí ìmọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́. Bá a ṣe gbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́. TNM Media Academy College of Media and Management Studies. Àǹfààní tó ti ṣí sílẹ̀ o fún ìgbaniwọlé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Fún gbogbo akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tuntun tó fẹ́ wọlé gbàmọ̀ níbẹ̀. 105,000 lówó school fees tẹ́lẹ̀. Torí àjọ̀dún ọdún keje tá à ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ la fi jáwó sí 77,000 naira. Fún àsìkò yìí nìkan ni o. April 17, 2026 làǹfààní yìí ó káàdì ẹgbẹ̀rún méje lówó fọ́ọ̀mù ìgbaniwọlé o. Ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ níbẹ̀ ni wọ́n yí. Broadcast presentation, single and documentary production, public speaking and event anchoring, MC, client relations management, digital content creation. Gba fọ́ọ̀mù telephone 08122221749 tàbí 09079002636. Máa lọ sòsé sí ẹgbẹ́ Everyday Kitchen Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Junction Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn. TNM pọ́dún méje o. Ìmọ̀ ń tẹ̀síwájú.
ṣó o ti ṣetán láti jẹ ìfà gbádùn oúnjẹ rẹ pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola tó wọ̀nyí tó tún tutù dọ́kàn láti fi ẹgbẹ̀ta mílíọ̀nù náírà ṣèfà jẹ èèyàn méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló ń di ọlọ́lá lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn 50 mílíọ̀nù náírà lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ láti jẹ tàbí kópa nínú ìfà rẹpẹtẹ yìí ra Coke, Fanta, Sprite tàbí Schweppes onígò tàbí oníke ṣe àyẹ̀wò QR code tó wà lórí ìgò tàbí ara ike Coca-Cola náà kí o sì tẹ kóòdù tó gbé jáde àǹfààní ńlá rèé láti di ọlọ́lá tó ń jẹ ìfà tí ìfà náà ò sì ní ìpalára ra Coca-Cola yẹ kóòdù ara rẹ̀ wò kó jẹ ìfà rẹpẹtẹ ìlànà àtàdéhùn wà o.
94.9.
All right, welcome back to Break It On Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. Like I said before we went on that quick commercial break, I said when we come back, we'll be back with our in-house analysts to make sense of the stories making rounds, ask questions, pertinent questions, germane questions, asking for answers. And we have our in-house analyst, Elder Femi Olukule, virtually. Hello, Mr. Femi Olukule. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me, ADEOLA. Good morning to you and good morning to our listeners.
Good to have you again. All right, Femi, this story, I know we had the conversation last week, but I think he has turned another round about the African Democratic Congress. Crisis deepens as third faction emerges. Not just two factions now. Third faction. Now, let me give you a breakdown. The crisis rocking the African Democratic Congress, it took a new turn yesterday as a third faction loyal to the 2023 presidential candidate, that's Dumebi Kasiku, emerged. And they threw their weight behind the recognition of David Mark-led leadership and the NAFU. You know the NAFU, Ballad NAFU thing going on, the NAFU Gombe camp of the party. Now, at the briefing in Abuja yesterday, the group said they are in total support of the decision of INEC to withdraw the recognition of David Mark. And also, they are also saying that they don't know this faction called the NAFU Gombe camp. Hence why they have a new faction now. That's the Kasechukwu faction. So we have three factions for the African Democratic Congress. Now, with a third faction now emerging within the ADC, what does it say about the party's internal cohesion at the time when it's attracting new entrants? You know that Rabi Kwakanso joined them recently, and also we have some persons trying to join the party. Should this be happening at this point in time when they are trying to attract new entrants? And can they even manage these competing interests without collapsing?
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, Femi.
Okay, thank you very much. It is most unfortunate what is happening to ADC because ADC has been seen by Nigerians as the strong opposition to the current administration after the crippling of PDP. But it is unfortunate that all these ugly developments are rearing their heads to also cripple that party. And I think Nigerians don't deserve this because what we are asking for is good governance, and in a democracy, there must be a vibrant opposition in order for democracy to thrive. But Nigerians seem to be shortchanged with all these developments. Look at what has happened to PDP. Look at what has happened to Labour Party. And when we are happy that we are celebrating that, okay, it appears we have gotten a new vibrant opposition. See what is happening. And according to what we have been made to understand, on July 2025, Rafunwosu, who founded that party, announced the resignation of the National Working Committee under his leadership. And that meant that all of them have left their offices only for, and then they endorsed the coming of David Mark and Aregbesola and all of them like that in acting capacity. Now, just in September, on September 2, 2025, Nafi Bala Gombe approached the Federal High Court, opting out of that package by Raf Unwosu, saying that since Raf Unwosu has decided to step out, he should be the man to be acting chairman, given the fact that he is the vice chairman to Raf Unwosu, and that is the genesis of the problem. But now, another angle has been introduced to it, where Kachukwu, the man who carried the banner of the party during the 2023 election, who contested for the office of the president, also said that, okay, the state chairman in the federation should take charge and they should form the National Working Committee. So all these are not what we are expecting in Nigeria. We need a vibrant opposition. You know, it's most unfortunate, but I think the time is not on the side of people in ADC, because the timetable of INEC will not wait for them. And since this matter is in court, I can only, I think, when I say I'm representing Nigerians. Nigerians can only wish that the court quickens its decision to make pronouncement on this matter because we cannot discuss it too deeply because of the fact that it is in court. Let court do the needful, and so that we will have a solution to the lingering problem in ADC.
In fact, is there even time for the court to decide for that? Because, we have a reaction, from Queen Oki, that's the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the party, of David Mark-led camp. We can't even call it a campaign. We can't call it a party anymore because they're different factions. So the faction I'm talking about, the National Publicity Secretary of the David Mark-led camp, they said the group lacks authority to act for the party. And they even accused the members of pursuing personal interests. In their words, they said they have been bought over because all the state chairmen as well, they had their own, consensus yesterday saying that they don't know anything about the David Mark-led camp. Now, I want us to talk about this. There's this reaction again from the Lagos APC. They say heaven will not fall if ADC and PDP are missing on the ballot. They're saying that it won't stop anything, that Nigeria democracy will remain intact if opposition parties don't meet the guidelines for electoral commission and they fail to appear on the ballot in the forthcoming election. I want to ask you, based on this trajectory, do you see us going in that line? And also, do you think and agree with the Lagos APC saying that Nigerian democracy will remain intact if the opposition parties don't meet the guidelines of the Electoral Commission and they don't find themselves on the ballot, if they are missing on the ballot? So I want you to react to that very concisely.
Well, I believe that is an opinion of somebody. So it may be difficult to say that the APC has said it. But since that person is one of the officers in APC, and I want to say that is the opinion of Lagos APC and not National APC. Because if it were Moka, who is the national publicist of APC that has said that, then we will say APC has said it. But that is the opinion of somebody in Lagos APC. We are trying to look for a way to douse the tension. And somebody is trying to put a combustive element into the burning fire. So politicians are reckless. They talk anyhow, and they behave as if they are the bosses of the electorate. Whereas this is the era. This is the time that they will be moving from one house to the other, begging for votes. But immediately they are voted into office, they become the tyrants. They become king gods on voters. This is unfortunate. So how can somebody say that if the opposition's names are not on the ballot, heaven will not fall? Heaven may fall. Is he God that knows the future, or is he Nostradamus, the man who saw tomorrow? He can never say that heaven will not fall. Anything can happen, but we don't want any ugly thing to happen in our country. That is why they should not. They should guide their utterances so that they don't add salt upon the injury that we are already having. So we don't need war. We don't need problem in this country. We need good governance. Nigerians are suffering, and politicians should stop insulting us further. So I don't believe in what he said, and I want to say that is just opinion of somebody in Lagos APC, not National APC.
All right, I think you expressed how you have issues with how politicians express themselves sometimes. Hence why we talk about Nyesom Wike at this point. Nyesom Wike says, I did not say I will kill him. He addresses the outrage over threat to shoot Sheon or Kimbaloye. So the contest, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory says he did not threaten to kill Sheon or Kimbaloye, a journalist with Channels Television, during a recent media chat. He said his comment was figurative and had been misinterpreted. That it doesn't mean if I said there's any way to break the screen, I would have shot him. He said that was just figurative. It is hyperbolic and it's taken out of context by propagandas. So I want to ask you, now the Minister of Federal Capital Territory is insisting that his comment to the journalist was merely figurative and not a threat. Where should we draw the line between political expression and intimidation? And what does this incident say about press freedom and the state of journalists in Nigeria?
Both Wike and his publicist, Lady Olayinka, they are just looking for a way to a damage control because they have already done the damage. And just like I said yesterday when this story came up, Wike is known for abrasive and toxic expressions. I said it yesterday that he said it to Ruben Abati when Wike was governor in River State. That was how he lampooned Ruben Abati. And Ruben Abati was given the opportunity by the owner of that television station to address Wike, which he decisively did. And now, it was same Wike that attacked another officer, talking abrasively that you are rude, you are stupid, you are this and that, only for him to deny that he didn't say that the man was stupid. When we heard it, he said it, and the whole world saw it and did it. Now, today, now we are celebrating another one from Wike, where he's saying that if he was able to break his television screen, he would have shot 𝐂𝐈𝐒 𝐂𝐈𝐒. Now, and they are now calling it a figure of speech, hyperbole. Hyperbole truly is a figure of speech involving deliberate, extravagant exaggeration, not meant to be taken literally, but used for emphasis, humor, or strong emotion. Wike showcase strong emotion. And then I don't see it as hyperbole per se. I see it as an expression in the realm of grammar. I see it as a close conditional statement that if I had the opportunity, I would kill, I would shoot. It is in the realm of a grammar more than hyperbole, more than figure of speech that is said. Now, ultimately, it is showcasing deep animosity, deep hatred for what that man said. And what did the man say? What did he say? He said, as the nation was moving, it shows we are moving towards one-party state. And everybody knows that. Wike and his boy, Larry Olayinka, seem not to know something about journalism. When you are interviewing, get your opinion, because you are living in Nigeria and you are interviewing that person according to what you gathered, what you felt you gathered from Nigerians. But it is only when you are writing news that you cannot inject your opinion. News is rigid. It is to be reported as captured in the field. But this is an interview, for God's sake. And Wike is trying to teach a journalist his job. I mean, it has been that has been his signature. So if 𝐂𝐈𝐒 says Nigeria is moving towards one-party state, he has seen it, he has felt it, and all of us have seen it, and he's asking questions along that line. 𝐂𝐈𝐒 was not trying to write news. News cannot accommodate 𝐂𝐈𝐒's opinion. But this is interview, and it is meant for the interviewee to answer. So it is not for Wike to teach a journalist his job. He has always delved into areas that doesn't concern him at all.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the spokesperson who says he's a journalist. Anyway, I know that one was trying to save his boss from a torrent that is carrying him away. Okay. So the only person that I believe should caution Wike is the president, because Wike is just an ex-governor.
All right.
Just like so many governors in this country.
I apologize for cutting your thought. We have to come back. We need to go on this break very, very quickly. When we come back, we continue your thought on Femi Olukunle. Stick around. It is Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
There is nothing quite like iPhone. Switch to the most powerful iPhone ever. iPhone 17 Pro. Brilliant 6.3-inch display, aluminum unibody design, A19 Pro chip, 48MP Pro Fusion camera system, and breakthrough battery life. It's easy to move from Android to iPhone. Simply download the Move to iOS app to transfer contacts, photos, WhatsApp messages, and more. Get iPhone 17 Pro today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
Now this smart cash where they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha. Now ADEOLA smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash. Oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha. I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cho.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no shade.
No be cho.
Smart cash, that the way evidence stay, no shade.
No be cho.
No be cho. No be cho.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NANKID 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NANKID 4. Nourish your child's potential.
The iPhone you want at an incredible price. iPhone 16 featuring camera control, 48MP Fusion camera, 5 vibrant colors, and the A18 chip. It's built to withstand everyday wear and tear and to resist spills and splashes. Get iPhone 16 today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
ṣé ọbẹ̀ yẹn ti jiná?
Ó ti jiná ọ̀rẹ́ mi.
Ǹjẹ́ o ti fèdè sí?
Mo ti fi sí.
Àwọn ẹja gbígbẹ àti panla yẹn ń kọ́?
A ní mo ti fi gbogbo ẹ̀ sí.
Ìsebẹ̀ súpì ń kọ́?
Mi ò mà tí ì fi sí.
Ó dẹ̀ ní ọbẹ̀ ti jiná. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ju súpì fún súpì jọ. Títa sánsán ọbẹ̀ náà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá jáde gbáà. Mú ṣíbí fún mi kí n tọ́ wò.
Bá ń gbé ṣíbí kémi náà tọ́ wò jù.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, èmi náà fẹ́ tọ́wò ń bẹ̀ o.
Ẹ má yọ mí súpì o.
Àfàìmọ̀ kó má jórí ìtọ́wò lọ́bẹ̀ yìí máa tán sí.
Ní ìgbàkúgbà tí ẹ bá fẹ́ sebẹ̀ tàbí tí ẹ bá fẹ́ dáná àríyá, ẹ máa lo ìsebẹ̀ súpì fún àwọn oúnjẹ tí ẹ fẹ́ sè. Ìsebẹ̀ súpì yóò gbé òórùn aládìídùn àti adùn oúnjẹ rẹ yọ. Ìsebẹ̀ súpì, ìtọ́wò ládùn ọbẹ̀. Ilé-iṣẹ́ Oyin Holdings ló ṣe é.
Láti ọdún 1960 ni a ti ń kọ́lé ṣùgbọ́n tayọ àwọn ọ̀nà àti afárá a kó àwọn èròǹgbà láti sopọ̀ ní ìletò gbogbo jákèjádò.
Èèyàn mi, bí èdè wa tilẹ̀ yàtọ̀, ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù so wá pọ̀.
Tayọ àwọn ọ́fíìsì a kọ́ ìpìlẹ̀ fún ìfìdímúlẹ̀ ibùdó agbára ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà.
Àwọn kókó inú ìròyìn náà pẹ̀lú GDP tó ga jù.
Pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti yín, a ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ìpìlẹ̀ àná àti òní pẹ̀lú àgbájọ ọwọ́. Ó dájú pé a ó ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ohun tó kàn. Lafarge, ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Washington, àtayọ ilé kíkọ́ nìkan.
There is nothing quite like iPhone. Switch to the most powerful iPhone ever. iPhone 17 Pro. Brilliant 6.3-inch display, aluminum unibody design, A19 Pro chip, 48MP Pro Fusion camera system, and breakthrough battery life. It's easy to move from Android to iPhone. Simply download the Move to iOS app to transfer contacts, photos, WhatsApp messages, and more. Get iPhone 17 Pro today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
32 FM
94.9.
'32 FM 94.9 and welcome back to Break It On Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. I'd like to remind you that we are live on Facebook, 32 FM 949 FM. Yeah, we have couples of messages already. We have Chadwick Agogo, we have Mr. Sulaiman Sherry, we have Rashid Aderinto, Dr. Mrs. Olibara, Oluwashimrud, Ismail Oshioyemi Hadio. Quite a lot of comment in that platform. We'd like to have more of them. The rest of the show, I'll take those comments. At this point, we open the studio lines, but before then, let's get some more reactions from our in-house analyst. Elder Femi Olukule, so that for the sake of time, maybe we move on one from, Nyesom Wike. He said he didn't say he will kill him. He only said, if I will shoot him. In his words, that's figurative, and people are only trying to take it out of context. So, do you want something to say to probably wrap that up so we can move on to petrol price and diesel price?
No, I just need to let him caution himself. He talks too much. It's not the publicists for this government. Even the Minister of Information above board, loosely, like he does. And it's not the only minister. It's not the only ex-governor that we have here. But he just likes to boss everybody, to be a thing god over everybody. And he cannot be a thing god over Nigerians. He's not the president. He's living within the shadow of the president. And that is why the president must caution this man before he manufactures bigger problem for his administration.
All right. Thank you so much for the analysis. Let's move on to business and the economics then. Dangote refinery increases fuel price as source of seamless supply nationwide. Dangote has increased its gantry price of premium motor spirit and also for diesel price. And the report says that for petrol, it increased it to 1,275 naira and diesel 1,950 naira. So it is a sharp increase for the petrol. It was initially 1,200, so it increased it by 75 naira. For diesel as well, it increased that one. We wonder how much filling stations, will start selling petrol and diesel for us. But the part I want us to take a look at is the part where they are sure of seamless supply nationwide. Now, Dangote has increased the price, but is assuring Nigerians of steady supply as we're entering a phase where availability is improving, but affordability is slipping further out of reach. And how sustainable is this for households and businesses? Do you think, because initially Nigerians will say that at some point in Nigeria, we queue to buy petrol, we queue to buy diesel and all that. But now it seems like availability is improving, but affordability is slipping further out of reach. So I want to react about the sustainability of this, price.
Well, we thank God for availability, because if Dangote refineries were not on ground, Nigeria would have been sleeping in filling stations. Because in the years past, NNPC knew the best way for it to shortchange Nigerians by bringing not enough contents for us. And that made people to be sleeping, to be beating themselves in the filling stations. So we thank God for availability, because we are refining the products in our country. But don't forget that NNPC, that is expected to supply crude in quantity that Dangote wants, is not doing so. So Dangote is being forced to buy crude from outside. He will pay taxes over there, he will pay for freights, and then he would refine, and services gadgets in the refinery there, pay staff, pay taxes to Nigerian government and the customs. So when people start saying that Dangote has increased price, there are so many variables that have necessitated that. So why the NNPC refineries are not working, the four of them, Nigerians should ask their government. That's number one. Number two, why NNPC is not supplying enough crude to Dangote refinery, Nigerians should direct the question to their government, not Dangote. Dangote is a business concern, and he will sell and he will want to make profit. That refinery is established first and foremost to make profit. It's a business concern. So the secondary consideration is the fact that it's a Nigerian-owned business and should be sympathetic to the cause of Nigerians, but not at the expense of the existence of that company. So it is not Dangote's fault that prices have gone up again. So it will continue to go up until the NNPC does the needful. NNPC, until recently that its wings was somehow clipped, was a country on its own, was a government on its own, doing whatever it liked. So, and that cannot continue in a republic that owned that outfit. So affordability is being affected by the government not doing the needful, by making NNPC to supply crude according to the expectation of Dangote refineries. That is why affordability is difficult for Nigerians. And unfortunately, it is one of those things I said earlier, that Nigerian government does not prepare for evil's doomsday, so that you have a shock absorber to cushion the effect of doomsday. We only trail occurrences. We are not proactive. We are reactive all the time in every sphere of life, and that is not how to run a government. If that's not how to run a family, that's not how to run any business or religious or whatever concern where you are superintending over a group of people. So I don't blame Dangote. Honestly, I don't, because it's a business concern. This is my own radio station there here, 32 FM. We are informing, we are educating, we are entertaining Nigerians. But don't forget that it's a business concern. Somebody used his money to establish it, and it must make money to service the equipment and to pay salaries, and for the man to even gain some things from his investment. So that is how we must think about Dangote too.
Okay, we just hope that, affordability and availability can coexist in Nigeria when it comes to our fuel sector. All right, we need to take some calls, but when we come back, we'll take this story about Peter Obi's reaction and Atiku's aid about this 3.3 electricity fund. We got a report that the president, he had a rollout of 3.3 trillion electricity intervention fund, and that was first shown in 2024. In 2024, that was when it was first introduced, when we had the End Bad Governance protest, if you remember. So after the End Bad Governance protest, the government came out as a response to the mounting public pressure, and they said that, we are going to do the 3.3 trillion naira as an intervention fund for the power sector. That was in 2024. Again in 2027, that same money, that same pattern, that same headline, resurfaced in 2027. And that, also came about the 3.3, saying that the government again, they're going to have the intervention fund, the same headline, the same detail, and all of that too. We will come to that, but let's get some reactions from our listeners. 0906 2000 949 or 0809 7949, 0809 7949, and 0705 5949. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the show. We'd like to have your take on what the stories are saying this morning, or you head on to our Facebook page, 32FM 949 here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Yes, good morning, sir. Good to have you.
This from UI.
All right, let's hear you.
On the development in ADC, I so much love what Rabbi Kwankwaso is doing. I've called him to talk to him as a brother. He said he was born in 1990. And when he refused, he also extended the call to all the emirs in Gombe State to call him to order. I think he should know the implication of that. Maybe after destroying the party, because if you see the momentum, as it's going on in the south, it's nothing. But if you see the gathering in the north, you know that people are ready to chase these people in government away. You know that they're ready to be a formidable opposition. But this man is like trying to hinder the agenda of the country. So that's why I like Kwankwaso is taking a bold step. I don't know, maybe after working for Tinubu, after his government is going to relocate from the north to Lagos, because those ones will make north hot for him. If he get the message of Kwankwaso yesterday, he should know the implication that north will be so hot that somebody of 1990, whatever amount he may be offered, not to be very, very hot for him and his family if he's not very careful. So I want him and the emirs to call him to order too. I think in a few days to come, we are going to get results for that. And the statement of Obi, whatever Obi says is right. This man, I don't know how to describe this government. I've been so, I've never seen any of the people government in my life that this one is. Look at what we are saying about Dangote now. I'm saying that how can the government be depending on private entities? You cannot see finally wish to remove subsidy to say you want to use that money on the day of your inauguration that I am not out there. To fix that thing, you are sharing the money to politicians. To fix your family. You are not even significant, important. Finally, on Shehu, I think they should enforce security of Shehu, because to me now, I don't think that man is a safe person in the hand of wicked.
Okay.
That's the best of today.
All right, you too. Thank you so much for joining the show. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Adiola. This
Good morning,
is Bumi Adefusi calling from Afasa. I greet the brilliant channel.
Good to have you, sir.
You see, the situation in the power sector, it is too alarming. 3.3 trillion naira is not billion naira. It's not a small amount to improve power sector in Nigeria. Had it been federal government share this money and be the one to do the project at every state in Nigeria, do you know that the issue of power sector won't be facing the issue of power sector? Though it has been decentralized, but had it been government help the state government and be the one to be in charge to monitor this project? Because it is the backbone of the economy. And if you study the environment, you know, okay, if I don't monitor this project, it may not be achieved. So it is, you see, when it comes to governance, this government is far away from it. But politics, or because they are, people think they're good at politics because of the democracy that is weak, because of our weak institution. That's my submission. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Prince Bumi Adefusi. 0906-200949 or 0809-700949. The studio lines are open for you to react this morning. Hello, good morning. Good to have you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. The name?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What's the name?
I'm calling from Mr.
Yeah, I didn't get your name.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, your name, sir?
So concerning your analyst, what he said yesterday, he's trying to get to quote, as he said. He was blaming the ruling party yesterday, saying that the ruling party, they are the one behind their problem. But today now, they are coming on the air now, trying to explain to people, please, if you are trying to analyze, let people balance it, so that others will know. Yesterday, we are saying it's a ruling party that brought the problem upon themselves. But he didn't tell us that these people, they have internal problems. He's trying to balance it. Tell you, God bless you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your reaction. Appreciate you. All right. Elafemi, do you want to say something about that? Hello, Elafemi Olukule. All right. In the meantime, let's take some comment on Facebook. We have Fawale Femi. It says, good morning, 32FM family. Minister of FCT in Nyesom Wike is causing serious damage to democratic governance through his action and disposition to critical issues of government. And I think it's high time his principal should call his attention to it to prevent further damage. And however, it's is unexpected from public official like minister. Brilliant analysis from Femi Olukule. Good morning, ADEOLA. Good morning to you, Mr. Fawole Femi. We have Samson Ademuwago. He says, good morning. Atiku Abubakar can't be doing things same way and expect different result. That's why he has to step down for Peter Obi and make Kwakwanso his running mate to make a chance to defeat APC in the 2027 presidential election. Okay. All right, let's see how it plays out. I mean, you're saying that Atiku should, step down for Peter Obi and then have Kwakwanso be the running mate for Peter Obi. Okay. All right. We'll come back. Let's take this one. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's the name?
My name is Ari from Bangladesh.
All right. Good to have you.
I believe that the sensible people that practice politics. So that is why I be advising these ADC people to come back to their sense and strategize. Let us agree that who gives money to Balanov. Did he give money to all these state chairmen that came out yesterday? So we should be reasonable enough. Because what APC of Lagos State said, it is true. If these people did not do their own work very well and they pay to appear on the ballot in 2027, F will not fall. They are not the only party in the opposition in Nigeria. If the remaining party appear, that their absence will never nullify the outcome of our vote. So they should come back to their sense and strategize. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. saying they should come back to their senses and re-strategize. All right, Mr. Sulaiman Sheriff says, why are the major opposition parties in crisis at the same time? This is what you get when a government decides to play politics instead of governance. Now, 3 years down the line, they have nothing to campaign with. Under 4 years with APC will be disastrous. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sulaiman Sharif. We have Mr. Chadwick Agogo. It says, when I read that Wike denied saying he will shoot the journalist, I laugh because it seems that most times Wike does not weigh his speech before releasing them out. Even when he's caught with sufficient evidence, he will still deny what he has said. This has become his trademark. So I see Wike as someone who could not be trusted with his words. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chadwick. I appreciate your comment. Madam Rashida Aderita, good morning. We'll come back to you, Facebook. Let's pick some more calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, however, that's me. God bless you.
Good to have you, Mr. Gbenga.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to ask what's happening to Mr. Austin. We need him on the program. That's number two. On the issue of Dangote, I think Dangote is a businessman like what Mr. Journalist said. But the point is this. We have put the blame on the owners of Mr. President. Because he came on board in 2023. We need the subsidy without any input that will be of benefit to we Nigerians. And now that what is happening in the Middle East is affecting us on the higher side. And now let me shock Nigeria that this is not the last time Dangote is going to put an hike on the PMS and this week. But the thing is, what is the way out? The way out should be the money that the government is getting on subsidy. Can that money be turned into Mr. President giving us a boss to use transportation fare and not state governors to do the same as well, so that people will have the kind of a type of relief. And lastly, on the issue of the ADC, I think it is what it is. We cannot expect Mr. President to go and give what ADC is supposed to do for them. No, ADC wants to put their house in order. But it is what it is. In the next election, from 2027, it's going to be APC versus nobody. I'm telling you. God bless Nigeria. God bless you. Hi.
All right. God bless you too, Mr. Gbenga Mario. I mean, 3 factions for ADC. Three factions. That's a lot of factions. All right. We will go back to the conversation segment now. Elder Femi Olukule. We'll come back to our listeners. Are you there, Elder Femi? Elder Femi Olukule, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you
all right,
loud and clear. All right, so we have this story, we got reactions already. I think that was on Tuesday, and yesterday was Tuesday. So on Monday, there were reactions across, social platforms and all of that. But, we're discussing this again this morning because, Peter Obi reacted, and also special assistant to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, that's Frank Shahibu. They criticized the federal government, repeated rollout. That's something we're talking about. A repeated rollout of a 3.3 trillion electricity intervention fund, describing it as politically motivated. I told you earlier that in 2024, during the End Bad Governance protest, we had a response from the government to mount public pressure that they are going to have an intervention fund of 3.3 trillion naira for the power sector. Again, in 2027, that same thing was said. 3.3 trillion playbook. Now, opposition parties are saying that this is just a clear intent to challenge and displace this same administration. The government has once again reached the exact same 3.3. What's this coincidence? I want to ask you, do you think it's a coincidence, or are they being sincere about it? Maybe it's another 3.3, or is the same 3.3? What do we say about, fresh concerns about transparency, efficiency, and value for money?
Yeah, thank you very much. Quickly, before I answer your question, the man who called in to say that yesterday I castigated APC, let him go and look. Let him go on a Facebook account. In my analysis yesterday, when I was treating that topic, I never mentioned APC as a party. I said some people are sitting somewhere to look at the cracks in all these opposition parties, to widen the cracks and make sure that they disturb them. They disturb the progress of those parties. So I never mentioned APC. And not only that, we react to stories as they are published in the newspapers. So I think you should understand that. Saying that I analyze well today, I'm analyzing according to what the newspapers are published today. So I thank him for his observation. However, let us call spade a spade. I don't understand what is happening in the power sector. This is a power sector. This is a sector that they said they are privatized. So why government has a business in injecting so much money, trillions of naira, into that private concern? Nigerians don't understand. They say they have privatized it. Government is spending Nigeria's money. Nigerians are paying for darkness and paying humongously for darkness. So it's so foggy, so clumsy. We don't understand. These trillions they are talking about, trillions can give us solar electricity in this country. There was a time I read that China spent 1.something billion naira. I've forgotten the decimal behind the major figure to produce solar electricity that was potent enough to carry so many portions of that country. Imagine channeling 3 trillion naira to do that for this country. This country where we have abundance of sunshine that could give us electricity. So some people have seen this power sector as a conduit pipe to shortchange Nigerians. So 3.3 trillion in 2024, 2026, another 3.3 trillion. Is that not enough to give us stable electricity in this country? So I don't understand why government has to spend humongously like that on a private sector, something that has been privatized. It is not government owned. So I don't understand. If government claims that it is owing, pay what you owe to them. You don't need to be subsidizing them. And Nigerians don't need to be paying for darkness.
Okay.
So everything about electricity, power sector in this country is in the dark.
I mean, when it comes to power, when it comes to fuel. Let me sneak in this call before we go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
yes, good morning. Let's keep it short. Okay.
As well as you.
All right.
I'm calling my name, that particular platform. ADEOLA drive.
Yes,
I don't think for you as anything. If you may not share, Wike as a man of somebody that loves power, quickly to be aggressive, as oppressor, spirit of intimidation, spirit to bully somebody. He's somebody that is power drawn and he loves popularity. You see, so somebody like that, they like show off, they like popularity. Okay. And when you continue to be reacting to somebody's statement like that, you are exonerating him as a matter of fact. And in another hand, the man is not a Yoruba man. Suppose it's a Yoruba man, you know what to say to somebody. Suppose a Yoruba man,
no, let's not make it a tribal conversation.
No, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that I'm insulting him, but you see, partially, that on transit is a battle taken in Yoruba.
Okay, you're still saying that again. Let's not make any conversation tribal conversation, ethnic conversation, religious conversation. Let's just deal with issues the way they are, irrespective of what tribe, what religion. I want to say thank you, Adafemi Olukunle. Do well to enjoy the rest of your day. Nigerians, enjoy the rest of your day too. My name is ADEOLA Ibrahim Fatoki. Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show with Annie Sumbo. Stick around. Bye for now.